Hey there, welcome back. Today's card of the day is going to be Ifnir Deadlands. It's one of the desert lands from Hour of Devestation, and it's really very interesting and powerful. It comes as part of a series of lands, a number of uncommons, each of which is essentially able to produce a color of mana if needed, and then has some sort of additional effect. Ifnir is the black one. Let's take a look at it. So the Ifnir Deadlands are a land of desert type. You can, however, pay 1 life and tap it, and instead of getting generic mana, you can get black mana, which is a nice option because it means that you can still sort of fix for your primary colors while you're getting the desert sub-theme and being able to bring in a land that doesn't enter tapped. Um, and then there's a third option, and this is really what makes this powerful, and that is that for 4 mana, 2 of them black, you can then tap this and sacrifice a desert and be able to take 2 -1/-1 counters and put them on one of your opponent's creatures. So key thing to remember here is that that does mean you need to tap total 5 mana because you got to tap the Deadlands and 4 other sources. And then one of those sources needs to be sacrificed. It doesn't need to be the Deadlands, although it can be. But so this is expensive, right? You're going to pay 5 and lose a land in order to put these 2 -1s on. However, there's going to be times when that's really going to be useful. You can either outright kill a creature with toughness 2 or less, or you can put 2 -1/-1 counters on something that's large and giving you trouble, or something that's got lifelink that you just want to make it smaller so it's not doing you as much damage or is not getting them as much life gain. Or in a post-combat phase, you can just leave your mana up, and if they block with something and you're unable to kill it, but you're able to do enough damage that it has only 2 or less remaining, you can finish it off by simply paying some mana, sacking your desert, and going there. So because of that, just the additional sort of options it gives you, even if you don't end up using it, really can make a big difference in combat. And I think because of that, this is a very, very nice card to have on the board. It is expensive. You don't want to necessarily use, all your mana every turn doing this. But even so, especially later in the game, these become very powerful. So the deserts are something you're going to want to be taking kind of a close look at as you move into the middle of a pack. In most of my decks, during the hour drafts I've ended up with somewhere in the area of 3 deserts. And I think that's actually a pretty good number. You do have to be a little careful because since they generally just produce colorless mana, you don't want to have a ton of them in your deck because you need to be able to still fix for your regular creatures and spells. But I think that having somewhere between 2 and 4 of these, especially the ones like the Uncommon series that actually can in a pinch produce colored mana if you need it, um, they really can be very useful. So this is a card that I'm going to probably take relatively early. I think if you want to get these lands, you need to take them somewhere maybe around the 4th or 5th pick in a pack, and I don't think you're going to get one much past halfway in the pack. So I would say you're going to be happy if you get this somewhere in the 5 to 7 range.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow with another card of the day.